Hey, my name is Kayla Phillips. Welcome back to Soul Sessions. Today we'll be discussing separating the art from the artist. So let's get into it.
She grabs my nuts, and when she do that, I bite her arm. I think as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive, and it's just like a petty, like stupid fight.
I feel like I don't know. The situation was really bad, and yeah, I didn't really understand it because no one really understood what happened in the car, and that didn't come out until he made his own documentary. And you can understand, okay, well, she hit him and he hit her and it was a big fight. But when it came to the news, it was more like he beat on her, which is still bad regardless, but it wasn't the whole story. So now that I know the whole story, Chris Brown is, he's problematic, but he's not at the same time. I feel like he's growing. He's one of those kids that grew up as an artist at a young age and just like doesn't know the correct path to go down. And I feel like, I don't know, because I still listen to Chris Brown. I don't know, but he's like very stalker-y. So I don't know, that's a hard one. That's one artist, but you can't I don't separate the art from the artist still. So I do hold him responsible, but I do feel like he is growing. At least he's one of those artists that are growing from his mistakes, and he's trying to improve from his mistakes in comparison to, say, R. Kelly.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement.
But the thing is, I've been canceled R. Kelly way back, so that's why it's so easy. What? Oh, it's so hard for me to cancel R. Kelly. Why is it so hard? Why is he on your everyday playlist? Like, I feel like that's so weird. Why are you listening to R. Kelly every day anyway? Like, I feel like Chris Brown is like, okay, I know what I did was wrong. I'm trying to improve myself. I'm trying to go to therapy. I'm trying to, talk to my mom about our upbringing and what I saw and this and that. In comparison to R. Kelly, his new interview, I didn't do anything wrong. I got acquitted. Let's not go in the past. Like, Chris Brown can sit down and talk to you about it. I think that's the difference. That's why I can still listen to Chris Brown in comparison to R. Kelly or Azalea Banks. Azalea Banks didn't do anything to me. She just has issues. But I'd still listen to her music.
It turns out rapper Kodak Black won't be getting out of jail as soon as expected. According to a Broward Sheriff's spokeswoman, it was discovered during the process of releasing Black from the Broward Main Jail in downtown Fort Lauderdale after his court hearing Tuesday that the rapper had 2 active arrest warrants.
Didn't he have sexual assault charges against him or something? I don't know the outcome. But are problematic, and people don't care because it has to do with black women, so of course they don't care. No one's gonna care. You guys keep saying, you can't separate the art from the artist, but they're literally saying it in their music. R. Kelly literally said, what is it? My mind's telling me no, my body's saying yes. He literally said it in the song, but y'all like, no, we can still listen to it. Like, how? Like, how do you still listen to it when you know the background story? How do you still listen to Kanye when he literally puts his opinions in his music? And then, let me separate it. How? Like, you're saying, like, he's doing the same exact thing. Like, I don't think that's possible, so you could not separate the art from the artist. Period. Period. You can't. Like, when you study art, if you go to school for art, people who are watching, the first thing you do is look at the author. The first thing you do is look at the songwriter. Who is that person? Where'd they come from? That's the first thing you do, period, when you go to school to study that. So, and then you look at what comes from that artist. You look, okay, they struggled with, sorry. they struggled with, like, I don't know, they have, you know, maybe a mental issue, they have an emotional issue growing up, so happened, they were in the hood, this is what happened, and now because of it, they're making music sounding like this. Okay, now let's go look at, we have to like literally read the lyrics. I had to read lyrics of artists and connect it back to what that artist went through. So how do you separate it? Like, art imitates life, period. So how else are you getting inspiration? Unless you got a ghostwriter. Then there's that. That's a whole nother topic, having a ghostwriter. Then yeah, you can separate from the artist because that's not even their work. I think that's why it gets so confusing now with rap, because in the beginning it was, oh, I'm speaking my mind, I'm going through this, I'm expressing myself. Now it's, oh, I'm a rapper, I'm a ghostwriter, I don't care because I'm getting to the money. Like, rap has changed. Like, the whole core thing about rap is to express yourself, and now people aren't expressing themselves. So now some people can say, oh, you can't separate the art from the artist. So I do understand that. But if we talking about Kanye, a person who writes his own music and produces his own beats, like, what? We're not talking about Cardi B, we're talking about Kanye. Like, he does everything, most of the things by himself, visuals, music videos. Oh, but you can't separate that from, what are y'all listening to? What are y'all reading? Like, that blows me so much. But whatever, Lord, you get my blood boiling. I'm upset. That just blows me. Like,
she always told her, I have to say this, that she asked me some questions one time. Remember we did the president stuff?
Yes,
And you said,
the
Patty.
president stuff.
Yes. You said, Patty, what should I do? I said, sing like that little white black girl that you are. That's what I said.
Back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate shit.
She is stealing from Black culture in some ways. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's because Black culture is music, because we basically created every genre there is, so you're gonna pick up something. I think that might be what it is. That we literally created, and we basically run pop. We created rap, hip hop, soul, jazz, rock, gospel. What else is there? So if we created most of the 95% of music, you're gonna pick up some tendencies. I do believe so. I think that's the issue with her. But that's something you can't really. How can you go mainstream without taking something Black from it, from somebody else? That's what it is. She's not hurting anyone. Like, you getting mad because she's picking up trends and going up, but we literally created every music. You're gonna pick up something regardless, and to get mad at it, it's like you can't do anything about it.
Versus like Miley Cyrus.
She's just another child that just is trying to find herself. There's no excuse for how she's acting, because that one phase, I don't know, but some good music came from that phase, so I don't know. Yeah, she has some good hits, but it was like a rebellious period, and I feel like if the average girl or woman was in her position, because she broke up with her ex, the one she was with, and that was just rebellious music, and I feel like the average girl, if you're an artist, you're gonna start, if your heart's broken, you're gonna make rebellion, and that was rebellion. So it's just the way she got through it, and now I think her and her ex are back together. Yeah, so now she's not rebelling. Like, I think that's all it was.
Before the brawl, Cardi B arrived in an elaborate Dolce & Gabbana gown, vamping for photographers. Minutes later, Nicki Minaj showed up for the Harper's Bazaar party and also posed for the cameras. But when these two beauties crossed paths, watch out, an ugly melee ensued.
Nicki Minaj is low-key problematic. Don't like speaking of it. I hate speaking about both of them. I hate it because they're not the only female rappers, but She is problematic. Cardi's problematic. They both are. Do we cancel them? That's not my business. Like, you're not literally hurting people. Well, Nicki's stopping bags. So is Cardi. Cardi's going to jail, going in and out of court for it. Like, y'all can say Nicki is, oh, she's stopping bags. Nicki didn't go to court for nothing. Cardi's literally in and out of court because she's throwing tables and shoes and chairs over the bar and actually hitting people over a man.
Well, it was really just my subconscious. It was a feeling I had, you know, like people were taught how to think, we're taught how to feel. We don't know how to think for ourselves. We don't know how to feel for ourselves. People say feel free, but they don't really want us to feel free. When you hear about slavery for 400 years, for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
That's just, cancel culture is just so hard to like, okay, this is what you do. If it's a personal thing, like if you feel like I cannot support you because of how I feel, then that's your own personal decision, but don't cancel somebody because everybody else is canceling them. I think that's the major issue. People say, oh, cancel, cancel, cancel. Next thing you know, it's hashtag cancel, da da da. And you doing it because it's trending on Twitter. But to you, that has an effect. That doesn't, you get what I'm saying? Like, cancel them because you want to cancel them. Stop listening to music. Stop paying their bills, because that's what you're doing when you stream their music. You're paying them. When you go to their concert, buy their merchandise, talk about them, you're paying their bills. So, oh, sorry. So, I'm not trying to put money in anybody's pocket who is sexually abusing or beating somebody or saying slavery is a choice. I think that, oh my God, I don't even want to get into that anymore. Like, I hate talking about him. Slavery is a choice. Like, and people, black people really like, yeah, you're right. People who say, yeah, you're right, I feel like people just don't know the history. That's the way I look at it. Like, in my opinion, like, you really haven't sat down and actually read books. I'm in a library. I can point you to many books. You really have not read the books, watched the documentaries, watched the movies, for you to sit there and say, yes, Kanye is correct, because this is what he meant. Bondage was a choice. Have you heard some of the stories? Like, you're crazy. You're crazy. You can't even boycott your favorite artist because you talking about slavery is a choice. They should have just got up and left, but y'all can't even turn off Apple Music for a second. Are you kidding me? Can't even. No, I really gotta look at this camera. Y'all can't even undownload somebody's song, take the music off of your Apple playlist. But you talking about slavery was a choice? You're bugging. Y'all can't even turn your phone off. Y'all can't even undownload the Twitter app. But y'all talking about, oh yeah, the slave should just got up and left. What? Y'all, like, the mind is so weak. Like, I swear. If it goes against your own moral, like your own moral feeling, if an artist is degrading black women, if you know an artist is beating on black women, a pregnant black woman at that, and you still feel comfortable support, not alone listening to his music, but going to his concerts, buying things, putting money in his pocket, I can't do it. I can't do it, like, at all. So how can people, like, form their own opinions? You have to have a stance on something. You can't just go around just, oh, I don't care, because it's not in your face. Because it could be happening to your mother, your sister, your aunt, your daughter, and you just dismissing it because it doesn't happen to you because you might be a black male or a white person. Like, it goes on every day. So that's why it's so easy for me to cancel it, because I know women's story. I know how that affects women. So to be supporting another man just because he's not in my face, like putting money in somebody's pocket, like, nah, you're really bugging. It's different to just listen to what a person's saying, but to actually put money in their pocket is just, I can't do it. Now you continue in the cycle. Like, I can't do it. you paying their bills, going to their concerts, buying their merch. No, I can't do it. No. Like what? There's so many other things. There's so many other artists to listen to. Go on SoundCloud. I'm pretty sure you can find somebody. Go on YouTube. Go on a playlist. There's so many other artists, especially when it comes to mainstream artists or like, you know, just people who really aren't artists and just going with the flow. They all have the same sound anyway. You can find somebody else. It's easy. It's really easy, but I think people are just so used to listening to the radio or just everyday mainstream that they're too lazy to actually look for good music and like just look for something else. Like it's really, yeah. That's it. Okay, thank you for listening and joining me today. Like I said before, I'm not trying to push my opinions onto you. I want you to form your own, how you feel about art and how, you know, who we should cancel, who we should still accept into the culture. Thank you for listening. Follow me on Instagram, organic with a 0 and 2 eyes, and follow Revolution Media. We're both on Instagram. So yeah, thank you for listening.